and welcome to our Museum Corner Take and Make program, Making Your Own Musical Instruments. Our exhibit in Museum Corner right now is Tell the World a Story, Folk Tales from Around the Globe. And I'd like to share with you a little bit about European musical storytelling. Musical storytelling. Sometimes people sing stories or tell them in the form of poetry. Melody, rhythm, and rhyme can all make stories easier to remember. Medieval story singers. The medieval era was a period in European history that came between the ancient and the modern times. In medieval Europe, there were people who went around the countryside making a living by singing songs and playing musical instruments. They often sang long songs which told stories. These storytelling musicians were called minstrels in England, Minnesinger in Germany, and troubadours in many other countries. So, to get started making your musical instruments, the first one we're going to make is the craft stick harmonica. So in your green bag, I'd like you to take out a little baggie that has 2 craft sticks, 1 straw, 2 regular rubber bands, and 1 thick rubber band. And then from home, what you're going to need is a pair of scissors. So you have your 2 sticks, your straw, your rubber bands. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut about 1 inch or 1.5 inches from the straw, make 2 pieces that are about 1 inch to 1.5 inches long. And sometimes they fly across the table. That's fun. All right, I'll catch mine. You catch yours. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to take your thicker rubber band and you're going to stretch it along the length of your stick so that it goes along your whole long stick like that. Then you're going to take one of your pieces of straw, do it here where you can see it, and you're going to lift up your rubber band a little bit and put it underneath like that. Next, you're going to put your other stick on top. That little straw is in between. And you're going to take your smaller rubber band and wrap it around the end, outside of where your straw is. Okay, now we're going to stick the other piece of straw in, but this time it's going to go on top of the rubber band. So one is under the rubber band, one is over the rubber band. It's in there. And then you're going to put your small rubber band on this end. So that it looks a little bit like that. And then all you have to do to play your harmonica is to blow. It makes a really cool noise, and when you blow, the wider rubber band that we put along the length vibrates and it makes a sound, and to change the pitch you can move your straws in and out like that. And if I move them in further, how far in can you move them? Move them in really close. It's hard to picture it out there. But you can play around with it and make your own music. So I hope you enjoyed that. The next instrument that we're going to make is our bell shaker. So for this, you're going to need the wooden dowel, and then the baggie that has the pipe cleaners and the bells in it. And what you can do, there's 3 holes in the top of your dowel. You want to put your pipe cleaner in about halfway. Then you're going to take a bell and thread it onto the pipe cleaner and push it down till it's almost at that hole. You're going to take, hope I can show you this. You're going to take your pipe cleaner and you're going to thread it back through that same hole. And that's going to hold your bell in there. Then you have these 2 ends here. You're going to take another bell, thread it onto the pipe cleaner, and then you can just twist the pipe cleaners together to keep that one on there. And then you can just wrap the pipe cleaners around the wooden dowel so that it holds them on there like that. And then you repeat that with the other ones. Push the pipe cleaner halfway through. Put your bell on. Feed your pipe cleaner back through the hole. You can pull it out the other side. That holds your bell on. Twist them around and then wrap them around the stick. Then, once you have all 3 on there, you can take your markers that you have at home or your crayons and you can decorate. Maybe you want to put stripes on your handle. Maybe you want to put polka dots on your handle. But you can use your markers and your crayons to decorate however you would like. Maybe you want to add some different colors. Stripes isn't too bad. And you can decorate your bell shaker however you'd like, and then you can have fun making some music with it. The last instrument that we're going to make is the mini mandolin. So for that, you're going to get your baggie that has this hoop thing in it and some rubber bands. This is an embroidery hoop, and it has a little screw at the top, which you can turn to loosen it. You don't want to get the screw to come all the way out. You just want to loosen it a little bit. And then the 2 rings will separate, just like that. Your inside ring, we're going to put some rubber bands around. And you can use these rubber bands in the kit, or you could use some rubber bands that you find at home. Some of these are tricky and they want to slide off. This one might slide off. Hold it at the top, stretch it down to the bottom. The blue one did fall off. Hold it in place at one end and then stretch it put it down at the other end. So you have a couple of rubber bands around your hoop. And then you can place it inside the other hoop. So that it fits inside like that. And then you can tighten up this screw again to hold them in there. I just put 3 in this one, but if you could fit 4, that would be fun. And then again, you can take your markers and maybe I'll try and make a little leaves on this one. And a vine maybe. But take your markers or your crayons, probably even works with colored pencils, and make some little decorations. On your mini mandolin. And then the best way to play your mini mandolin is to lay it down on the flat surface and pluck upward. I don't know if you can hear that, it's very quiet. So you have your mini mandolin, you have your bell shaker, and you have your craft stick harmonica. Now, I'd like to tell you a story. For that, I will put my glasses on. And this comes right out of our exhibit. And it's called the Nightingale. This kind of bird is the nightingale. One day, a nobleman caught a nightingale and wanted to put it in a cage. But the bird spoke to him. "Let me go, and I will give you good advice. It may be of use to you someday." The rich man agreed to let it go, and the nightingale gave him this advice. "Never be sorry for something that cannot be brought back, and never trust idle words." The nobleman heard the advices and let the nightingale go. The bird flew out and said, "Too bad you let me go. If only you knew about my treasure. I have a huge, very expensive gem under my wing. If you hadn't taken it, you would have become even richer." Well, when the nobleman heard that, he began to regret letting the bird go. So he jumped up and he tried to catch it. The nightingale turned towards him and said, "Now I know. You are a greedy and foolish man. You were sorry for something that cannot be brought back. And you believed my idle words. Look at what a little bird I am. How could I possibly be hiding a large gem under my wing?" And after these words, the bird flew away. So that was a European folktale. So I hope you enjoyed this program about European musical folktales and making some of your very own musical instruments. You're invited to come into the library and come visit Museum Corner. Due to the COVID restrictions, we're limiting it to 1 family at a time. So Middle Country Library resident card holders can re-register for time slots over the website, on the phone, or in person here at the library. And each hour-long session here in the Museum Corner will allow 1 family, up to 6 people, with children grades K, kindergarten, through 5th grade, and older and younger siblings are welcome to join them. So up to 6 people at a time in 1 family, and you get your own use of Museum Corner. So come on in, wear your mask, and have some fun. See you soon.